Hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Saur Darkchylde, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Replay the Phoenix Ray Ace Attorney Trilogies. Last time, we just got started with the final case of the game, Bridge to a Turnabout, where Maya and Pearl had convinced Phoenix to go up in the mountains to an old temple where Maya's going to be doing some training to become a better spirit medium. But the thing that convinced him to come was a newspaper article with a picture of a girl that looked very familiar to Phoenix. Wanting to get to the bottom of this, he decided to go, but never got a chance to talk to her until very late at night. Before 10, when she had to ring the lights out bell. In the meantime, before all that, we ran into a nun who calls herself Bikini for some reason, a children's book author, and of course, Larry Butts, who is calling himself Lawrence for some reason. It's complicated with that boy. Anyway, during the middle of the night, Phoenix is awoken by a loud scream, and we all know nothing good ever comes from that. Most of the time. And we found out that it's been a murder. And worried about Maya's safety, we run to Dusky Bridge, where we find that the bridge is on fire. And Phoenix, not thinking clearly, worried about Maya's safety, decided to make a very gutsy move in running across a burning bridge to see if Maya's okay. Only for the bridge to snap right under him and make him fall into the river down below. Is he okay? Who's going to take over the investigation? Well, today we are going to find out as we continue with part 2 of the first day investigation. Might need to raise the volume a little bit. That should do it. Who could this be at this time of night? Yes, Edgewhip speaking. Edgy, get up! It's an emergency! Huh? Larry? Do you know what time it is? It's not Larry! It's Lawrence! Lawrence stalks them! This is nothing more than a terrible nightmare. I'll just roll over and... But wait! Don't hang up! It's an emergency! It's Nick! He took a really nasty spill! Well, it wouldn't be the first time, so... I'm not joking! His life is in danger! What? What happened? Tell me. Talk about a guy with bad luck! Look, he may already be dead! Anyway, you've got to come back! Heck, you're the only one that can help! My Iris! My beautiful Iris! She needs help! Alright, I don't know what's going on, but I'll be there as soon as I can. I'm at the detention center! Please, hurry! It's been 1 year since I left that country. I thought I wouldn't have to see him again for a while. Sounds like it wouldn't be a pretty reunion. As if I have expected anything to change. February 8th, 2019. 2:19 p.m. Detention center. Visitor's room.
You're late, Edgy! What took you so long?
I don't want to hear it. I chartered a private jet and came as quickly as I could.
Well, you should have chartered a faster one. Anyway, just listen. Something happened to Miss Elise, and Nick is my...
Huh?
Say something, Edgy!
Before I came here, I stopped by the hospital and paid Mr. Wright a visit. I believe I have a better understanding of the situation than you at this point. The murder victim is a picture book author, Miss Elise Duxman. She was found by Wright and the head nun. The suspect is the temple's younger nun. Then later, while Wright was crossing the bridge, it broke and he fell into the river. The hospital says that he'll need at least 2 days of rest.
Yes, that's right! You got it! But they arrested her! My sweet little Iris!
And here I was, convinced that he was the one the police had arrested. However, I still don't understand what these 2 items are for.
What are you talking about?
They're things Wright gave me when I was leaving his room. This is the first. He said some nonsense about being able to see into people's hearts with this. And the other? He couldn't possibly be asking me what I think he is. Could he?
I'm begging you! Iris's trial starts tomorrow! With Nick out of the picture, you're all we've got left! You're the only one that can represent her!
What did you just say?
You know, represent, defend! And what were you expecting? Why do you think I called you anyway?
I'm a prosecutor, Larry. A prosecutor. Do you understand what I'm saying? A prosecutor lawyer is a lawyer who...
Don't talk to me like I'm a kid! And I graduated from junior high, you know! Don't worry about it. I promise you I won't tell.
But I
mean, I heard a paper. Her badge had no problem fooling an entire courtroom before.
How could this country's judicial system have fallen to such decay?
Please, Edgy! At least listen to her. Listen to Iris' side of the story.
So Wright wasn't joking when he gave me his badge after all.
Thank you for coming. My name is Iris.
Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth. I don't know if I can be of any help, but I will at least hear what you have to say about the murder.
Mr. Wright, how is he? Mr. Lawrence said that he might even die.
Fortunately, he will be fine. Larry, you moron. How could you say something like that? He was badly bruised when he hit the water, but otherwise he is unharmed.
Thank goodness.
But he caught some kind of nasty cold.
A cold?
He's running a high fever and is drifting in and out of consciousness. I must be imagining things. This woman, I feel like I've met her before. Pardon me, Iris. I would like to ask you something, if you don't mind. I have this distinct feeling you and I have met before.
It must be your imagination, Mr. Edgeworth. After all, I've hardly ever left Hazakura Temple.
Hazakura Temple? What's that?
It's a place where those who wish to boost their spiritual power come to train. You need to undergo some very difficult training to release your inner spiritual power.
Spiritual power? Did you go to that temple for that reason as well?
No, I don't have any spiritual power. I don't need them.
In that case, what were you doing at that temple then?
I've committed some sins that I need to pay for. That's why I'm here, and why I continue to train, to purify my soul.
I want to ask you about last night, the night of the murder.
Alright. I helped to clean up after dinner, and then went back to my room at about 8. Later, I left my room to ring the lights out bell at 10.
Bell?
We ring it at the same time each night.
I see. And then?
And then I was told to go to the training hall, but I went back to my room and stayed there.
Why didn't you go to the training hall like you were asked to?
I was frightened.
Frightened?
So I just stayed in my room and meditated until the murder happened.
There's more to her story. I just know there is. Maybe I should dig a little deeper. You were asked to go to the training hall on the night of the murder?
Yes.
However, you didn't go. Because you said you were frightened? What exactly were you frightened of? Uh-oh, Cyclops! What in the world?
Is there something wrong?
I'm sorry, it's nothing. It looks like she's not aware of them herself. These must be what Wright was talking about. The Cyclops. I believe he said that I need to present this Megatama item to do something. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about them at the moment, so we're gonna have to let her pass on this one. So, do you have any idea as to what really occurred that night?
I think it was the result of the tremendous spiritual power that was unleashed.
Spiritual power?
Yes, spirit training has been a cause behind many great tragedies. This incident was just another example.
Iris, I'm sorry, but I can't accept that. I'm a man of science. I don't believe in spiritual power.
Yes, I understand. Most people don't.
And I'm certain that the thing that killed the victim last night was human. So please, answer me this simple question. Were you the one who killed Elise Duxnim?
No. I'm not the one who took her life.
Those Cyclops things aren't approaching. I suppose that means I can believe that she's not lying.
What's wrong?
I can't believe what I'm thinking. And here I just finished saying that I don't believe in spiritual power. It appears that's about all that you can tell me.
Thank you so much for listening to my story.
I visited Wright at the hospital before coming here. He asked me to take care of you.
Me?
Yes. At the trial tomorrow, he asked me to defend you.
If Mr. Wright has that much faith in you, Mr. Edgeworth, then I will gladly entrust my faith into your capable hands.
But before that, I have one question.
Yes?
Do you know Wright?
Why do you ask that?
Whenever you came up in our conversation, he would begin to act a little strange.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is Mr. Wright to you?
He is a very dear and indispensable friend.
It was 5 years ago. That's when I deceived him.
You deceived him?
I heard that he was in a lot of pain afterwards because of what happened. I know that a weak person I am. That's why I thought it was best if he never saw me again. I wanted him to just forget about me without learning the truth.
Well, if you ask me, Wright is still suffering. And until he learns the truth, I don't think he will ever be able to truly recover. Iris, it's not too late. You should go to him. Tell him the truth. I'll defend you, but only if you agree to that one condition.
All right, Mr. Edgeworth. I promise.
Very well. I'll do everything in my power to get you an acquittal. That's enough information gathering for now. I should head to the crime scene. It sure is cold, all right. So this is it. Dusky Bridge.
Oh, wow! It's you, Mr. Edgeworth!
Yeah, Detective Gumshoe.
Long time no see. It's been about a year, or has it been longer?
It doesn't matter, Detective. What does matter is why you're shuffling around up here.
Oh, ouch! Oh, and there's that sharp left jab. Well, I'm happy to see you anyway, Mr. Edgeworth.
Let me guess. You were transferred by HR to the local precinct. A wise decision. The vast amount of nothing up here should be quite easy to guard.
I heard you were back in the country and arranged to come all the way out here. Everybody was real nice. They even let me take charge of the investigation, sir.
Gumshoe indeed. Like the gum on your shoe, he's impossible to get rid of.
I'm supposed to report on the details of the crime scene, sir. Anyway, here I am, Detective Dick Gumshoe, reporting for duty.
Great. Thank you, Detective.
I thought Prosecutor Goda was gonna be here before me. That guy's a real mystery, I tell you.
Prosecutor Goda? So who's this Prosecutor Goda? I've never heard of him.
Yeah, he's a new guy. Showed up right after you left the country. He's a complete rookie, but nobody can say a bad word about the guy.
What kind of man is he?
He just became a prosecutor recently, but he's good, sir. Real good.
If he's so good, how is it that I've never heard of him? Is he the lead prosecutor on this case?
You bet he is. After all, you know whom is right in the middle of it.
You know who?
Phoenix Wright, of course. For some reason, Gona has really got it in for Mr. Wright.
Oh?
Yeah, he seems to have some kind of a grudge.
And what would that cause for this? What would be the cause of this grudge?
I don't know. Maybe he made fun of his mask or something?
None of this is making any sense. I'd better look into this Godo myself. So this is the bridge that Wright fell through.
Yep. I can't imagine being that reckless myself. Look before you cross. Is that how it goes, right? Or was it leap?
And is there something on the other side?
Yeah, some old building they call the Inner Temple. But we can't get over there without the bridge, sir.
What?
Nobody lives there, so it's usually not a problem. But someone was at the Inner Temple doing some training, and now they're stuck there.
Yes, I heard that from Wright. It's Maya Fey.
Oh no, her again? Anyway, the air's really turbulent right now, so we can't do an aerial extraction. No one's gonna be able to reach the Inner Temple until tomorrow, sir.
Will she be alright in this cold? So how did this bridge burn down anyway?
We're almost 100% sure it was lightning.
Lightning? You're telling me that the bridge caught on fire due to a fluke bolt of lightning?
Yep. Last night it snowed for the first time in 3 days. It's a little unusual for lightning to occur during a snowfall like that. But according to the weather data, lightning definitely struck.
I see. This is a very detailed weather report. Almost too detailed. It even has the exact time that lightning struck the bridge.
Oh, we got that information from the witness's testimony.
Someone actually saw the lightning hit the bridge? Who was this witness?
Sorry. I'll go ask one of the local cops later, sir.
I just got back into the country, so I don't really know much about the case.
It's simple.
Well, simple is as simple does, as they say.
Oh, you've got no idea how much I've missed that biting sarcasm of yours, sir. But seriously, this one's a piece of cake. There's a witness that saw the whole thing.
A witness?
Yeah, that bikini lady.
Bikini lady? Here, on this freezing cold mountain?
Well, you should go talk to her yourself if you want the details, sir.
I may have to talk to this bikini lady. I mean, decisive witness myself. Thank you, Edgeworth. Thank you, Detective?
Yo, Edgy! What took you so long? I'm so cold my brains turned to sherbet.
I knew it was a mistake to race back to this country.
What do you mean?
Riot is going to be fine, and the case itself isn't anything unusual. And I find myself taking a request to defend a woman accused of murder.
Hey, wait a sec! Hold it! Objection! What's going on here, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's hard to explain, but one thing led to another, and...
What kind of a lame excuse is that? And you call yourself a defense attorney? Prosecutor Edgeworth is a prosecutor. And that's why he's Prosecutor Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth, her defense attorney? Just sounds plain old weird, pal. Right, Prosecutor Edgeworth?
I'm not sure what role I'm supposed to be playing anymore.
Dude, Edgy! I don't see you for a couple of years, and your heart turns to sherbet?
I'd say more like sorbet. It is rather cold here.
Iris didn't murder her, someone else did! I just know it, okay? And so trust me on this one!
Ever the romantic, aren't you, Larry? Nevertheless, I'll do whatever I can to prove her innocence. At least until I pass the baton on to Riot, that is.
Man, I'm telling you, Iris is so cute! Right, Edgy? You think so too, don't you? What's wrong? Why are you so quiet?
To put it simply, your comment has me highly concerned. Could it be that the reason you think she's innocent?
Come on! A girl that cute can't possibly be a murderer!
I was right after all. I should never have come back.
No, don't worry. I see things for how they really are this time. Honest.
If I had a penny for every time he said that.
It's just that, well, Iris is a delicate flower. You can't force things too much. You know what I mean?
Huh? I have no idea what you're talking about, Larry.
Oh, forget it. I didn't say anything.
Larry, where were you and what were you doing on the night of the crime? Larry?
What?
Don't tell me.
You think I might have done it?
What?
Get lost! Let's go back on your chartered jet and get out of my sight, you creep! And I hope your plane crashes and you die!
I'll ask you just one more time. On the night of the murder, what were you and where were you and what were you doing? As I suspected, Cyclops.
I'm sorry, man. You know me. I just don't remember. My short-term memory is a wreck, dude.
Yeah, right.
Come to think of it, when you were a kid, you were always saying, when I grow up, I want to be a lawyer and defend people or something like that.
That was a long time ago.
But see, now you've got the chance to follow your boyhood dream for a day. Edgy, you've got to do it. You gotta save my little Iris.
This is exactly why I hate childhood friends. Alright, let's move.
Hey, hello there. So how are you feeling?
Alright, I suppose.
Huh? Who is this?
My name is Miles Edgeworth.
My. A handsome boy such as yourself is always welcome. If circumstances wasn't so tragic, I might just...
Please don't call me boy. I'm sorry to trouble you, but I'm looking for a woman in a bikini.
Well, you have found her. Now, what can I do for you?
I'm sorry, but I don't see any bikinis.
If you ask nicely, I may give you a peek, big boy. Whoa!
Mr. Edgeworth, this is the head nun, Sister Bikini. She's the witness. Why didn't you tell me that earlier? This is exactly why your salary keeps getting cut. My stomach is already growling in protest.
So, what's the latest about my beloved Iris?
Well, first, I want to hear what you know. First, I'd like to ask you about last night.
Well, last night, we had an acolyte here for training. After dinner, the two of us went to the training hall in the inner temple.
She must be talking about Maya. Approximately what time was that?
I suppose it was about 9 when we left here. Training lasts all night long. It's extremely exhausting. The channeling dojo, whose head nun, must be in attendance at all times to keep watch.
Wow, you're right. That does sound exhausting. Detective, this is no time for flattery. Sorry. Sometime around 11, you witnessed the incident in the courtyard, but your duty was in the inner temple. Why did you come back here?
The way you're staring at me, I'm starting to get goosebumps.
Yeah, I'm starting to get goosebumps myself, but for a dedicatedly different reason. Oh, you got the chills pretty easy, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? As the head nun, it's your duty to stay with the acolyte at all times, correct?
Yes, that is correct. I know I may look strong, but the truth is, I've got a bad lower back.
A bad lower back?
Yes, it's especially bad in the winter. So bad that I can't even lift a bucket. Do you remember how cold it was last night? My bad back felt as stiff as a frozen glass. I just wanted to take a nice hot bath to ease my aching back. That's why I returned to the main hall.
So you left the disciple all alone?
Don't be ridiculous. I would never do that. That's why I ordered Iris to go to the intertemple after she had rung the bell for lights out.
Yes, but she never went to the inner temple, did she? So, did this head nun actually see Iris there? I think I better try to get some more details. Alright then. I'd like you to tell me exactly what you saw in the courtyard.
It must have been past 10. 11. No! Oh, I can't say it. It's too much for my poor heart.
Hey, calm down, lady. Let go of my tie.
I saw 2 people. One of them was lying on the ground. The other one was stabbing her from the back with the sword.
Did you see this criminal with your own eyes?
I didn't want to believe it, but I was seeing it, but it was Iris.
You must have been quite shocked.
Of course she was. Try putting yourself in her shoes. Or sandals, probably. It'd be like you were stabbing Mr. Wright smack in the middle of the courtroom. And I happen to witness it from the witness stand. I'd be pretty shocked too.
I know it sounds insane, but that's what I saw. And when I finally realized what I was seeing, I screamed and then I passed out.
Unfortunately for us, her testimony seems to be pretty solid.
However, the idea of Iris doing such a foul act seems unnatural.
Unnatural?
The girl I know simply isn't capable of this sort of foulness.
I wonder what she means by that. So who is this acolyte that was to train at the inner temple?
Her name is Maya Fey. I treated her very badly, I'm ashamed to say. And after she went through the trouble of signing up for the special course.
Special course?
It's a training session where you sit on a block of spirit ice and chant 30,000 times.
You don't mean to tell me that she's still doing that over at the inner temple, do you?
No, of course not. You don't have to worry about that one little bit. Last night, we still hadn't started the training session itself.
Well, that's good to hear.
Oh dear. Oh dear. There's one thing I forgot to tell you.
Uh-oh, I don't like the sound of this.
Do you know that small girl? I believe she is Mystic Maya's little sister.
Maya has a little sister?
Oh, you mean Little Pearl. That's Maya Fey's cousin.
Little Pearl?
I thought she was going to visit Mystic Elise after we'd finished with dinner cleanup. But I haven't seen her at all since late last night. She's nowhere to be found.
You mean she was with the victim?
It's all my fault. It's all the fault of my stupidity. Cricket all back.
A little girl who was with the victim at the night of the murder is gone?
As they say, the plot thickens.
Okay. You said you went with Maya to the inner temple, to the training hall in the inner temple last night. Did you happen to see Iris while you were there? Of course I saw her. I told her to meet us after ringing the 10 bell for lights out.
So you're saying Iris came to the inner temple then?
Of course she did. Iris has always been a good, obedient girl. After that, I had Iris help Mystic Maya begin her training. But that doesn't fit with Iris's story at all. She said that she's never went to the inner temple.
As they say, the plot thickens.
Okay. Now, what's that? There are more Enza cushions in the corner of the room. What's that white piece of paper sticking out from under the stack?
Beats me.
Would you mind checking that for me, Detective Gumshoe?
Yes, sir. Here you are, Mr. Edgeworth.
It looks like an old manila envelope.
Aye.
What is it, Detective?
This could be it. An ultra important clue. A super special clue.
I suppose I should read it myself, then.
It looks like a letter addressed to Sister Iris. Tonight at 10 at Heavenly Hall. Unless you want your secret to be exposed.
This sounds like a blackmail letter. Nice going there, Mr.
Edgeworth. Why can't I ever find clues like that? You're an ultra important prosecutor. A super duper prosecutor.
Well, I suppose it takes a super duper kind of dumb to miss a clue like this. Okay. I guess all that's left to do is to go to the courtyard.
And this is where the murder took place, sir. Other than removing the body, we left everything else untouched.
Thanks, Detective. I'll just have a look around. It looks like the police are still investigating.
Oh yeah, by the way, I thought I'd better ask just to be sure. Are you really gonna defend that nun, Iris, at the trial tomorrow?
Yes, I will. I gave her my word, and now I must follow through with my commitment.
Well, in that case, I've got to be careful. Gotta make sure I don't leak the prosecution's whole investigation.
Don't worry about it, Detective. Just keep your mouth closed, and I think most of it will flow out on its own.
You got it, sir. I'll make sure it flows out like water from a tap.
Yes, you do that, Detective. Just how much has your runny spout leaked over the years? Alright, let's see. I want to do some investigating first, starting with the Shikashito. So the sword from this gold statue is actually the murder weapon.
It sure is. It's called the Shikashito. Oh, by the way, nasty piece of work, sir.
There's still blood on it. I suppose this is the victim's blood?
Yep, it's all over the blade. And speaking of all over the blade, there are fingerprints all over the hilt of the Shikashito too.
Fingerprints?
Naturally, they match the prints we got from the young nun, the defendant.
Her fingerprints are on the murder weapon?
What's wrong? You are looking really sullen.
Is this how it is for Mr. Wright? Is this what it's like to be a defense attorney?
Yeah, I figured it didn't feel really good.
To be honest, it feels more like a determinal to your health. Okay, what else? What's this? It looks like a wizard staff.
It belonged to the victim, Miss Elise Duxton. There's nothing strange or magical about it. Oh yeah, listen to this. Listen, this just between us, okay, sir?
Yes? What?
This is top secret stuff. Don't tell anyone about this.
Alright.
The truth is, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a wizard.
That's it? That's what you wanted to tell me?
That's it.
This staff was made from a very strong kind of wood. What about the fingerprints? Were there any on it?
Just the victims.
Alright, let's talk to Gumshoe now. Now then, Detective, let's see if we can summarize what we've learned so far.
Okay, let's take a look at the map. According to the testimony of Sister Bikini, the head nun, right after they'd finished dinner, she and Maya Fey headed to the inner temple. At 10 p.m., after ringing the bell for lights out, Iris went to the inner temple. When she got there, Bikini had her take over while she went back to Asakura Temple. After taking a hot bath to soothe her back, Sister Bikini witnessed the murder in the courtyard. If you want more details, you should ask Bikini herself in the main hall.
The inner temple, huh? I'd like some more information about that place. What is this inner temple that Maya was supposedly training at?
According to Bikini, it's an old building they use for training the acolytes. It's on the other side of Dusky Bridge.
The bridge that burned down? Huh. Is there anything else on the other side of the bridge besides the inner temple?
Nope, not a thing.
Nothing?
The other side is surrounded by cliffs on all sides. In a way, it's kind of like a little island out there.
So the only thing there is the inner temple.
I hear there's
the kind of place a person could survive in.
Please be alright, Maya.
The victim is the famous picture book author, Miss Elise Duxnam. Her entire past up until she won that writing award last year is a total mystery.
It's hard to believe in this day and age you can still find people like that.
The estimated time of death of the victim was between 10 to 11 p.m. on February 7th. Cause of death was blood loss, resulting from the stab in the back from the murder weapon.
The murder weapon?
The victim was found skewered with a giant sword, sir.
That's terrible.
Yeah, but there's one strange thing.
Yes?
The victim's entire body was covered with bruises. The bruises are consistent of falling from a height of the two-story building.
A two-story building? That would be about the same height as that room in front of us, correct?
Hey, you're right. Way to go, Mr. Edgeworth. That just happens to be the room that Elise Duxton was staying in.
Maybe she was pushed out the window after she was stabbed by the sword? The trial begins tomorrow, but who's the prosecutor?
I'm pretty sure it's that Goda guy, but nobody can get a hold of him, so they're looking for a replacement.
What do you mean?
It's really weird. All of a sudden, no one can reach him. I wonder if the rumors are true. Maybe since Mr. Reich caught a cold and won't be defending, he just lost interest.
I intend to appear in court in the role of the defense attorney. However, I would be quite unhappy if it came out that I'm actually a prosecutor.
Yeah, I can see why, but I'm not the one you should have to worry about. I think the real problem is gonna be that judge.
Yes, he certainly would remember my face, even after such a long absence. That's why I requested that another judge preside over the trial tomorrow. We've only met each other once. There's a good chance he won't remember me at all.
Yeah, but what about the prosecutor? Everyone in the prosecutor's office must know you. Wouldn't it be a problem if someone there made a big stink, sir?
There's no need to worry. I pulled a few strings and arranged for a prosecutor of my own choosing.
Wow, Mr. Edgeworth. I had no idea you had such a powerful string to pull.
Okay. And I think that's everything here, so let's pay a visit to the detention center. I don't see Larry anywhere.
Maybe we scared the poor kid away.
His heart was shut tight with a number of cyclocks. I guess I'll have to look for him now. What a thorn in my side. Mr. Edgeworth. I came back because I need to ask you some more questions, if you don't mind. But I've already told you everything that I... Iris, please remember,
I'm on your side. You can tell me anything.
Yes, thank you.
Let's see if we can open those cyclocks now. Since I have been handed this case, it is my duty to dig up all answers, understand?
Yes, sir.
The smallest flame can sometimes breathe a case he's in a whole new light. In my years in court, I've seen it happen over and over again. That's why I'm committed to searching until I have those answers. Now then, is it really true that you didn't go to the inner temple last night?
Yes, I swear. I already told you that.
Yes, you said you didn't go because you were frightened.
That's right.
If that's the case, then the obvious question is, what were you afraid of? Iris, I wonder. Is this what frightened you so much that you couldn't even leave your room?
Take that!
I found this in the main hall. It was addressed to you.
That's...
Well, Iris?
Why are you glaring at me like that?
You were scared of the blackmailer who wrote this to you. Isn't that correct? Was it the evidence or the power of my glare that broke that lock? Oh well, I don't suppose it matters either way.
But, Mr. Edgeworth...
Yes?
I thought that letter was just someone playing a prank on me.
A prank?
Well, yes. After all, even if I did have a secret, there's no one to tell it to that would cause me any grief.
I wonder about that.
Sister Bikini is like a mother to me. I would never hide anything from her.
No, you may not have anything to hide under normal circumstances. However, last night was different. Unfortunately, I don't know the exact nature of your secret yet. However, whatever it is, there is one person you didn't want your secret told to.
Take that!
Phoenix Wright. You mean something to Phoenix Wright, it seems. And I can tell he holds a special place in your heart as well. That's why you didn't want him, of all people, to know your deep, dark secret. Well, what do you have to say?
I should have expected as much, especially from a friend of his. After dinner, this letter was waiting for me in my room. As I said, I was frightened by it.
What is this heavenly hall the letter mentions?
It's a small mountain shack at the base of the Dusky Bridge.
A small shack, huh?
It's more like a broken down shack that no one would ever want to go near.
Where is it on this map?
It's around here. To get there, you must follow a small path down from Dusky Bridge. The reality is, is to get to the inner temple, I had no choice but to cross the bridge. But the thought that such a terrible criminal could be lurking at Heavenly Hall. I was too scared by the whole affair that I didn't even want to think about it.
So this is the secret that you locked away in your heart.
Yes.
It looks as though I may have to visit this Heavenly Hall now. Maybe I'll find sign of our mystery blackmailer. In any case, you still claim to have never left your room that night.
Yes, that's exactly right.
The trial starts tomorrow. I promise you, I will win. I'm going to win so that you and Phoenix Wright can see each other again. But when I do, you must promise me that you will tell him your secret.
But it's pointless.
Why would you say that?
Because I may know who Phoenix Wright is, but he has no idea who I am.
I just finished speaking with the head nun at Hazakura Temple. She testified very clearly about what happened. She said she saw you stab Miss Elise Duxnam with a sword. And one other thing. She said that when Maya Fey began her training at the Inner Temple, you were there as well.
What?
When I spoke with you last, you claimed that you never went to the Inner Temple. And yet, Sister Bikini says she met with you at the Inner Temple that very night.
But I didn't go there. I didn't go to the Inner Temple last night.
Guess it's pointless trying to question her more about this, so let's head back and visit this Heavenly Hall.
Whoa! Not much of a view down here, huh? It's still better than the view from my apartment, though.
Someone's here. Hide yourself, detective.
Oh, why? Why does this always happen? Whenever I find a girl I like, they always run away. I even chased one of them to Japan. Next it's going to be prison, I guess. I'll steal that detective's wallet. That'll get me locked up for sure. I can't do that to someone who looks like he's down on his luck.
He's just talking to himself.
Shh. Be quiet and listen.
I knew it. I shouldn't have done that. I blew it again.
Done that? What did he do, I wonder?
Hey, you! About what you just said, I got an ejection!
What the? Edgy, you dirty rat!
Gumshoe, you oaf! I'm sorry, sir. Before I knew it, I was shouting out objection! And in a loud, commanding voice, too! I even pointed out my finger!
You've watched way too many trials.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Larry, the jig is up. What have you got to say for yourself? What is this little shack anyway?
Well, I just discovered it myself yesterday.
And why were you down here in the first place?
Come on! I'm an artist! Yes, I was looking for a good place to sketch! This is a great little place. It's, artistic. It's quiet, it's cold, it's got no power, and it looks like it's about to collapse.
Sounds a lot like my apartment there, pal.
One thing's for sure. No one is likely to show up and disturb you here.
So, can I get you something to drink? Some hot water, maybe?
He's getting all buddy-buddy on us, sir.
Listen to me, Edgy. You've gotta do this. You gotta save Iris.
Why are you so sure she's innocent? Because she's cute?
Watch your mouth! Anyway, I've made up my mind about it. I'm going to marry that girl.
Mr. Edgeworth is pretending he didn't hear you, so I'm gonna ask for him. Have you already asked this girl to marry you?
No, not yet. But I can tell how she feels by the look in her eyes. She's got the "I really want this man to carry me over the threshold" look. I'm sure Nick would be surprised. He'd never imagined that I could marry such a beautiful girl like that.
Something tells me he would be shocked indeed.
That's why I didn't want her to do anything dangerous. I mean, what am I gonna do if she gets hurt?
What is this guy trying to say? He lost me a mile back.
If we really want to know the answer to that, we're going to have to drag him onto the witness stand. Come to think of it, you still haven't answered my question. Where were you and what were you doing last night?
Aw, man! Don't you have anything else to talk about? With that kind of attitude, you'll never be a ladies' man like me. Okay, chill out with those scary eyes. I got it. If you really want to know, last night, I saw something incredible.
Something incredible?
Yeah, but let's not talk about that now. Let's talk about the good old days. What do you say? Come on, I'll pour you a nice hot cup of water.
Why hasn't he realized that I absolutely despise talking about the good old days, especially with him?
Take that!
Alright, now you're going to tell me what you really saw last night.
Whoa, you're really upset, aren't you, Edgy? Okay, I'll talk.
Huh? That was a bit too easy.
Yeah, anyway, it was awesome. Never seen anything like it. At around 10 o'clock last night, it started thundering. I've been sleeping, I'm not sure for how long. Suddenly, zing! The world in front of me just went white. Like I just been slapped in the face by my old girlfriend, Naomi.
And then?
And then, it was on fire! The bridge was on fire!
Dusky Bridge caught on fire? And you're saying you saw it with your own eyes?
Hey! Why are you giving me the evil eye? I'm telling the truth!
There are still 3 Cyclops remaining. That means he's still trying to hide something. By the way, Larry, where were you when you saw that happen?
Where you say? What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? What do you mean, what do I mean? Just answer the question.
I was in my room last night. At the main hall. Well, where else would I be?
As usual, well, you're as transparent as an empty jelly jar. The problem, I suspect, lies here.
There? What do you mean, there?
It's impossible for you to have seen lightning strike a dusky bridge from your room. Make a quick look first before I present it. Yeah, that's the one I want. This is a map of the area. Take a look around the vicinity of Hazagura Temple.
What am I looking for?
I think that should be fairly obvious. The main hall is surrounded by trees, and it's impossible to see the bridge from here.
What? Why didn't you tell me that before?
Well, how about it?
How about what?
Do you feel like talking now?
About what?
It looks like it won't be that easy after all. You leave me no choice. I'll have to move on to the next step. You weren't in your room at the temple, so then where were you?
You don't know that I wasn't in my room?
So where was Larry, and why was he there? If I've read the situation up to this point correctly, the answer is fairly obvious. Very well then, let me test a theory. Let's test my theory. The place you witnessed the lightning striking Dusky Bridge is here. The place you saw the lightning strike from was naturally Heavenly Hall.
Why would I be hanging in why would I be hanging out in this old shack? It's freezing cold, there's no electricity, and it could collapse apart at any moment.
Larry, how do you know about that anyway? How do you know there's no electricity? After all, it's not that dark yet.
Uh-oh!
In other words, you have just provided evidence to prove my theory. My theory that you've, at least once in your life, visited Heavenly Hall after sunset.
I have to admit, I'm impressed, Edgy. You're in a totally different league from Nick.
That's nice. Now tell me, what were you doing at this cold little shack last night?
That's what you might call a fair decor.
I think you mean a fair decor. Could it be that you were waiting for someone?
Oh no! You're real. You really are one scary guy, you know?
I believe that last night you were waiting for this person to come meet you.
Take that!
There's only one person you'd wait for in a horrible place like this, Larry.
I told you before, don't call me Larry!
The person you were waiting for was Iris.
Oh, suddenly I feel cold all over, Edgy.
No doubt because of my chill glare.
So, you think I got the hots for Sister Iris, huh? Do you have some kind of evidence? You got something that proves that I was waiting for her? Or are you just guessing?
This is where I draw the line and end this ridiculous little game. Here's the evidence that proves you were waiting for Iris.
Take that!
Here's your evidence. You called her to this spot with a pathetic blackmail letter.
Oh, hey! Give that back! You're embarrassing me! Hey, what are you doing with that anyway?
That's not important. I misjudged you, Larry.
What do you mean?
Taking advantage of a woman's frailty like that. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh!
First of all, what's this letter at the top? What's this at the top of the letter? It says, salutation there.
Well, that's what it said in the book, Letter Writing for Dummies.
You're not supposed to actually write that. That's where you're supposed to write Dear Iris.
What? I'm so sorry.
Alright, now talk. So, you were here in Heavenly Hall last night, weren't you, Larry? And you saw the lightning hit Dusky Bridge, didn't you?
Sorry, Edgy.
Sorry doesn't cut it, you scumbag. Threatening a young lady like that.
Go. Wait, hold up.
What now, pal?
What are you talking about? What threatening stuff?
I'll tell you what. You tried to scare this lady by threatening to expose her secret, pal.
What do you mean, threaten? And when did I threaten her?
Unless you want your secret to be exposed. That sounds more like a threat to me, pal. Blackmail, in fact.
Give me a break. It's a love letter. Haven't you ever been in love?
What did you just say?
My love for her burns so hotly, it could melt all the snow on this mountain.
Oh? Then what is this secret you mention?
Come on, Edgy! Don't you get it? I'm talking about the secret love between her and me! Obviously, she wouldn't want old lady Bikini to know about it, right? About our hot and sour, bittersweet love affair?
Alright, then why did you send a love letter her in a business like Hig Manila envelope?
Give me a break, Hank. It's not my fault. I didn't have any other envelopes. Yeesh.
Then why were you quick to apologize, pal?
'Cause AJ gives me that scary look on his face. What's wrong, Edgy? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden?
That's it? That's all those huge locks were for? I don't understand why you were so defensive.
Well, I don't know either. I guess the thing is, you shouldn't expect too much from a guy like me. Hey, come on. Don't let me get you down.
But Mr. Edgeworth, this guy is still hiding something. I know it.
What do you mean, detective?
Don't forget that this guy said just a minute ago.
If you really want to know, last night, I saw something incredible.
That's right. Larry?
What? You're looking at me like a hungry dog that just found a bone.
What is this something incredible you saw last night? You're going to tell me, Larry, one way or another.
I already told you, didn't I? I saw lightning struck Dusky Bridge.
Yes, and I believe it was an incredible sight you saw. But now that I think about it, something doesn't quite ring true.
What doesn't?
If that's alright, if that's all there is to your story, your heart wouldn't have had all those locks. Therefore, Larry, I do believe you saw something last night, something more incredible than lightning.
What? When? Where? Why? How?
Hey, what do you think you're doing? If you hide anything from Mr. Edgeworth, I'll arrest you on the spot, pal.
No!
What's wrong, sir?
Does this mean I have to do it all over again?
Why are you glaring at me like I'm next to be hit by a bolt of lightning?
I've just about had it with this Harlequin. If I really want to drag the truth out of him, I'll just have to drag him to the witness stand. And that's where we're gonna be leaving things for right now. Hopefully we can get things out of Larry in the trial. So, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, hit that like and subscribe button, leave a comment if you want, ring that bell to be notified when our next video comes out. We do new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and occasionally Saturday and Sundays. All of these help my video to grow. So if you hit that like and subscribe button. Till the next video, this is Saur Darkchylde, signing off. Have a good night, folks.